The Pittsburgh Steelers have made many roster changes within the last few days, signing one player, cutting two, letting one coach go, and inviting 12 players to rookie minicamp. But first, before I get more into who those players are, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now, let's get right back into it. So, the one signing the Pittsburgh Steelers made was yesterday, signing Robert Woods. However, they also cut two players. Ryan Watts was released from the team, and defensive tackle Montravius Adams was cut as well. One was because of an injury, the other one was for cap reasons. So Ryan Watts has basically retired, but I'll get more into that as the video goes along. However, the one coach they let go is Mike Sullivan. He is no longer a coach on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Also, the Steelers have invited 12 players to compete and try to earn a roster spot come minicamp, and I'll get more to those players as the video goes along. So, let's start off with the signing. The Pittsburgh Steelers signed Robert Woods to a contract. Wide receiver, 33-year-old, and he's a route runner, really good one, and he's also a really good blocker. He's a true professional. He's been through it all in the NFL, from high to the highs and lows to the lows with injuries and things like that. And he's going to be a great presence on this team, and he can play both inside and outside. And he's exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking for to fill a hole on this roster. So, let's get into the players the Pittsburgh Steelers have cut. However, since I made a video on Robert Woods yesterday, and you can go ahead and check that out if you want to, his introduction to you. So, Pittsburgh Steelers safety and rookie safety from last year, Ryan Watts, was cut from the team. And this is because he will no longer play football. He suffered a really bad neck injury, had to get surgery on it in the offseason, and he will discontinue playing football. So the Pittsburgh Steelers released him. However, just because he's released from the team doesn't mean the Pittsburgh Steelers will stop supporting him. They put out a statement on him. They said, unfortunately today, we are releasing Ryan Watts from our roster. After consulting with our medical team, medical experts, and Ryan's representatives, we all agree that it is in best Ryan's interest to discontinue playing football at this time. We will continue to support Ryan as he transitions to the next phase of his life. End quote. So, this is very unfortunate, and Ryan Watts put a message basically saying, don't take this game for granted. You never know when your last play is going to hit, because his last play hit at a very early stage, because he was just drafted last season as a rookie in the 6th round out of Texas. So, Ryan Watts, we wish him all the best, and hopefully in the future, he will be 100% fine, and he won't suffer no repercussions because of the injuries that he suffered in the NFL. So, Ryan Watts retires, but is cut from the team because of a neck injury. Now, moving over to the next player the Pittsburgh Steelers released to talk a little bit about him, Montravius Adams. The Pittsburgh Steelers have cut him from the roster. And when you think about why they cut him, well, they just drafted 2 interior defensive linemen in the draft. In the 1st round, and then they also picked Yahya Black in the 5th round. So they didn't really need Montravius Adams anymore, I guess, and wanted to save some cap space. When looking at his cap space, Adams signed a 2-year, $5 million contract ahead of the 2024 season. His release will save $2.25 million in cap space prior to the roster displacement and create an additional $875,000 dead money charge. So the Pittsburgh Steelers will eat some of the cap, but will save some as well. This is unfortunate because Montravius Adams was actually a good player. In his time here, whenever he was healthy, he was actually a really good nose tackle. And he just couldn't stay healthy, it seemed like. He would have some good games, and then he would get injured. But this comes midway through the offseason, so now he'll find a new team to see if he could make their final roster. So at least it gives them a heads up and a chance to compete for a job with a different team before the season actually starts. And he has the whole offseason activities to do so. So at least the Steelers give him a head start in finding a new team. But Montravius Adams, he will be missed. He started 9 games in 2022, and he played a big role last year as a backup for the Steelers. So he's gone, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are retooling the interior defensive line, moving on with different players. players. So now let's talk about the coach that the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't re-sign and they let him go. And that is Mike Sullivan. Mike Sullivan is a coach who's actually pretty solid as a coach ever since he's been here a few years ago. He started off as a QB coach, and then last season with the team, I don't really know exactly what his role was, but he was no longer the QB coach. He was like kind of overseeing the offense in a way. But his contract came to an end, and the Pittsburgh Steelers never agreed to a new contract with him and basically just let him go. And we just found that out, I think, a couple days ago. So it's crazy because Mike Sullivan was fired from his Pittsburgh Penguins head coaching job, and now another Mike Sullivan is gone on the exact same day with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's 2 Mike Sullivans gone from the Pittsburgh area in one day. So Mike Sullivan, he will be missed. He was a great QB coach, and wherever he was, offensive coordinator with the Giants years back, came to Pittsburgh, and at one point he was even a co-offensive coordinator with Eddie Faulkner when Matt Canada got fired. I know we don't like hearing that name, Matt Canada, but when he got fired, it was Eddie Faulkner and Mike Sullivan who stepped up. So, Mike Sullivan, we'll see you later. Thanks for being a Pittsburgh Steeler for these past few years. Now, let's move over to rookie minicamp invite tracker, because the Pittsburgh Steelers have invited 12 players and are trying to make some roster changes. And hopefully these players show out, and some of them may make the team. So, we all know that these players in the past, like Jaylen Warren, when he was invited, he ended up making this roster. So some people on this list have a chance to make this team. So let's look at the tryouts or the minicamp invitees. And let's start off with Nate Matalik. He is an edge from Pittsburgh who was invited to minicamp. Max Hurleman, cornerback from Notre Dame. Debo Williams, linebacker from South Carolina. Tommy Smith, tight end / wide receiver from Rhode Island. Hollis Mathis, wide receiver from William & Mary. Seth Morgan, QB from New Hampshire. Dom Schermergel III, offensive line from Central Michigan. Omarion Donaldson, wide receiver from James Madison. Eddie Faulkner, cornerback from Slippery Rock. Fraser Maslin, Ole Miss. Arian Wilson, Jaden Johnson, safety from Arkansas. Donte Crinson, long snapper from Rhode Island. Those are the players the Pittsburgh Steelers have invited to rookie minicamp. And one name sounds familiar, Eddie Faulkner the fifth. No, Eddie Faulkner the fourth, cornerback from Slippery Rock. To be honest, I don't really know if that he's related to Eddie Faulkner, Pittsburgh Steelers running back coach, but he's now an invitee to minicamp. Let's see what he does. So these are the invitees the Pittsburgh Steelers have invited to rookie minicamp. And like I said, some of them have a chance to make this roster. You can't really count out any of these guys because if they showed enough and they get on Danny Smith's good side, able to provide on special teams, but also get on the offensive coordinator and head coach's good side and able to provide on either offense and defense, they have a good chance of making this roster. Just have a high motor, show out, make some plays, and do all you can do. That's really all you can do. Do as much as you can, go 100%, and the rest will see itself. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're trying to make some roster changes, and Mike Tomlin said they are trying to make some roster changes, and that's what they've done. Releasing 2 players, signing 1 player, inviting 12 to minicamp, and letting 1 coach go. So, that's it. That's the end of this video. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on these rookie minicamp invites. Who out of that list do you see making this roster? Whether it's a practice squad or the main roster. Who do you want to see show out? Also, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the retiring and cutting of Ryan Watts, safety, and also Montravius Adams being cut from this team. Also, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the signing of Robert Woods and also letting go of Coach Mike Sullivan. So, that's the end of this video, but make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis reports. Everything surrounding this team has been covered. Every new player has been covered. Every move has been covered. So if you want to check it out, it's on the channel. And moving forward into the offseason, everything will be covered as well. So this is the best spot for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and rumors and just coverage in general. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys all later. Until the next video, I'm out. Peace.